Okay, welcome everyone. Costin here with more Total War Warhammer free. In this particular video, in this particular stream, I am going to try and play the Dwarves with some mods. The list of mods is in the description. I'm using those mainly to deal with the inherent issues with grudges, growth, public order that the Dwarves do have. It might be considered cheating, cheesing, whatever, but yeah, the Dwarves are in a really bad spot. So, Thorek. I always found him the most interesting of all the Dwarven lords, really. I mean, Grombrindle is the most powerful by far with his effects, but I like Thorek. He's really certainly inspires something. He gets an off gold benefit, off gold cost for crafting runes, pretty significant. 10 armor for his army, armor piercing damage +3, and reload time reduction for bolt throwers, grudge throwers, and quarrelers. He is the ultimate legendary lord when it comes to your early game doomstack. Now I'm going to disable a grudge too far in the Black Pyramid here. The Black Pyramid because I've already dealt with that endgame crisis. I just won a campaign as Noctilus today by dealing with that, so I'm done dealing with the Sentinels for the moment. And a grudge too far because playing a Dwarf Lord, the last thing you want to do is end up fighting the guys you're supposed to ally and confederate, so screw that. Everything else I'm going to enable. Now, the key mod that I'm using here is no Starting Grudges. Now, Thorek doesn't have any... I mean, Thorek does have great rewards for his grudges because he's crafting those artifact weapons, but the actual grudges themselves, like in the grudge table, only give you like a bit of off gold. So if you want to play a campaign without the Starting Grudges, Thorek is the one to go for because he really starts in a harsh spot with... I also don't see why those artifacts that he's gathering should be considered grudges. If anything, like, yeah, I understand that it's supposed to be a part of the campaign mechanic, but I just feel it's odd that for Thorek those artifacts are counted as grudges. Objective, sure. So anyway, another element is the mod that removes the public order penalty, so from difficulty, so I'm getting free because I have the grudge meter empty. Keep in mind the grudge meter will fill up if there's enemy actions taken against me, so get scouting. I'm going to start getting this gold mine to level 2, this barracks to level 2. Let's see what choices I do have over here. I'm probably going to end up in a war with them very quickly because they do have one of the initial ones. And let's go fight. I start with Arm Breakers, Longbeards. He gets a rune versus large, okay, and explosive damage that reduces enemy leadership. Let's go fight over here. And also take the Lost Plateau. Now, I do have Minor Settlement and Siege Battles enabled here. In this one, I've done a video with recommended mods. I might do a campaign at one point or disable it at one point even with this one, the Minor Settlement Siege Battles, if it just gets too tedious. But yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Devon. So let's see how they handle now that I no longer have the public order issues. You know, one of the problems that actually exists with dwarves, believe it or not, is this: you know, you get off gold or you get provincial bonuses if you win a battle, depending on what you choose, right? Well, here's the problem. Here's one of those problems with that. All right, he's gonna fight that around spider. But here's the problem with that. The mod that I'm using... Oh, hold on. Well, there's a mod that just removes Minor Settlement battles. It's called... What's it called? Let's go defend that. Oh, Minor Settlement battle removal, really. Okay. Let's try and deal. Like, he actually has a pretty good early game challenge over here. Interestingly enough. Let's go get that melee attack benefit. Oof, he got hunted to China. I'm not quite sold on the idea that his anti-large benefit is really gonna help him there. Yeah, it's probably not, is it? Wow, he's gonna get smashed if I try and do that. So let's get out of here. I might lose this campaign early on if I'm not careful here. Wow. Holy shit. That is a bad one. Okay, get him out. Yeah, I kind of fucked that one up.
Kill them! On our way! Yes, Lord! Yes, yes! Dwarf warriors! For the Karazanko! Attack the ox! Dwarf warriors!
Like I said, struggle. Well, to be fair, he's the only one that actually has to deal with an Ragnarok from the very start of his campaign. I think that might have something to do with it, right?
For the High King! Move now! Honored! We are relentless! Dwarf warriors! Put those dwarven legs! Thorek Ironbrow!
To be fair, I'm winning. I just took a lot of damage on Thorek because I was being foolish about it. But that's a lot of spiders, isn't it? Now, I don't mind a hard campaign. I can enjoy a hard campaign. Greatly, even. The problem I have with Thorek isn't that, is that his campaign is utter dog. Or rather, the dwarves right now are utter dog in terms of their design. Just shoot it. Well, it's dead, isn't it? So, yeah, I should probably just. I guess I didn't anticipate how bad the situation was going to be when it came to that. Okay, let's try and get that done. Boom. Gotta love them iron breakers.
Come on! The clans unite!
But yeah, that's gonna work out.
Bring down breakers! Very well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake. You know, I thought he could handle it, but it's like, yeah, I was just being stupid. You know, the sad part is some legendary lords would be able to handle that. Thorek really needs his anvil. Okay, let's just take all of these down. Okay. Maybe the anti-large benefit with the... But yeah, I severely underestimated how much damage that the Ragnarok was going to do. Boy, that's a... Oof, those iron breakers really did a number there. As for the sieges, that's not something I'm concerned about. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to reach the first settlement here this turn, so I'm just going to... Well, I already started with a pretty decent melee army. Like, I have 5 units, 6 if you count the Rune Lord melee unit, so I really should save the spots for the Quarrelers. But I also do want to get that... Now, here's the problem, right? So, you're supposed to get this. Your army will gain the following effect. Okay. The thing I wonder, though... But it's like... Oh, it's an army benefit, right? Okay. Tell you what, I think I'm just gonna get miners or blasting charges. For him, I'm obviously going to get Rune Marcher, Inspiring Presence. For the Rune Lord, I'm going to get Rune of Speed upgrade. Research-wise, I'm gonna start... let's just go with the growth. It is gonna take 11 turns. I don't need the public order right now, but eventually I'm gonna get the... Yeah, it's a pretty decent starting army. I would prefer more range, but yeah, it's pretty decent, I feel. Alright, so next turn I'm gonna take the Lost Plateau. So the issue with that post-battle effect is this. If you're fighting in your territory, that's great, right? You get a lot of growth, public order, income. But what happens when, you know, vast majority of the time you want to expand very quickly, relentlessly? So you're not gonna get that benefit in your own provinces. By the way, this is actually one of the worst situations that can happen, and I'll explain why. So
you have done well.
Yeah. Okay. I've done well, my ass. So here's the thing with this kind of situation. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have to fight this, but the hero here is really gonna add a lot over there. Spam miners and quarrelers with Dwarf Warrior frontline. Yeah, I know. Actually, I'm gonna have to disagree with that a bit. Just spam quarrelers if you can. The reason I say that is because quarrelers, they are inferior to Dwarf Warriors in a melee, but they're not that much inferior. They're pretty good melee combatants. Cossars would wish they had this power. Hell, armored Cossars wish they had the power of quarrelers in a melee. So it's like you lose nothing. Yeah, they're more expensive. They do require a tier 2 building, but it's like once you get the ability to get quarrelers, you should just start training quarrelers and never stop, because that's going to be like, they're really good in a siege. They're good in minor settlements. They're good in field battles. They're good in melee. So even when you do run out of ammunition, they'll do a great job. The Dwarf Doom stack is like just spamming quarrelers and grudge throwers, both of which you can get at tier 2. Now over here, when it comes to the minor settlements, one of the things I've done, because I fucking detest the way the sieges are, the minor settlements, I've removed supplies, so they won't have barricades. Towers I wouldn't necessarily care too much about, but does feel like a lot of the mods, like a lot of people want to remove the towers. I wouldn't mind dealing with the towers. Hell, I wouldn't mind dealing with the barricades. The problem with both of those is that they're both pretty terrible right now. Yeah, just checkerboard formation tank. Not even checkerboard. There's some really good formations that are even better than checkerboard. So yeah. So yeah, if you want to make sieges better, like these minor battles better, just like flat out remove the tower, the barricades, because the pathfinding is so utterly shite in that with the barricades. It's not like they just add the challenge. No, sieges are pretty easy. Because, like, the AI is generally really bad at concentrating their force. The towers, unless we're talking about demonic towers, that's a different discussion. But the towers can be sniped, right? And all that you end up losing... You can love this shit. I certainly do. But when it comes to... Kaboom. See, this is why I love the dwarves. This is why I'm so pissed off at the state of the dwarves, because they could be so much better as a race, and yet they're garbage tier by default. Because they've got so much fun, like just blowing up the entire enemy army. It's like, yeah, that's fun. And you know what? Eliminating and constantly rebuilding barricades and towers is fun. Now, some people would say, like, just only having it by power hammers would improve it. I still feel hammers are just like the change with hammers in the buff to hammers is like a PvP buff. It feels like they didn't make that change. They didn't make the changes they did with dwarves from a like campaign perspective. They balanced them out from a multiplayer perspective. They're okay, but it's like, why in the world would I ever use hammers? Besides, these are not hammers, they're long beards. Would I ever use longbeards or hammers? Would I ever train them? The answer is flat out no. Why would I? They're not good, the greatest units. Plain and simple. If the Empire... Bretonnia is in a pretty good spot, actually. The reason Bretonnia is in a good spot and the Empire is not in a good spot, I'll tell you why. The Empire doesn't have the best... The Bretonnian... Okay, the Bretonnian economy is vastly superior to the Imperial one. Like, I'm not even joking about it, like, genuinely, like... At least 50% better by default. But it gets even better when you consider this following fact. The Bretonnians don't have any issues with public order. They gain so much, it's actually kind of crazy how much they gain. Yeah, blasting charges, I love that. Okay. Let's try and get that one. Let me just speed up. Oh, this can be fun. Not having to fight these battles, constantly annoyed by, you know, sieges and all that. Can be fun. By the towers, like not constantly being frustrated by the constantly respawning barricades and towers. It's like just genuinely makes the minor settlement and siege battles so much better. Well, I think siege battles are still gonna suck, but it's like, yeah, it's a better spot anyway. Okay, just stop where you should stop killing our own dudes. Let me just buff. Yep. There we go. Well, it's not really a hammer issue alone. It's actually an issue in general with two-hand infantry in the game. They're pretty mediocre, to be honest with you. I mean, the thing is, infantry, like, unless you're talking about bloodletters or chaos warriors and chosen with great. The problem with hammers is they have less durability than units with shields, right? And you do really want that kind of durability. Okay. Could sack it, sure. Do I need the money? No.
This'll do for starters. Thorek Ironbrow.
Gonna get some growth.
Brungni's will. Unbending.
Next turn we're gonna get more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some dwarf warriors over here. Or one dwarf warrior, one guy with blasting charges. Gonna get tactician. For him, I'm going to get the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Incredibly powerful AoE. I was tempted to sack it, I don't deny that, but I decided, you know what, I don't want to create public order issues. Dwarves just really need a significant buff to their growth. Like, double the growth of settlements easily. More than that, triple it if you want to. But I think, like, the thing is, people would say, oh, the dwarves should have slow growth. It's like, the dwarves in the lore have incredibly great settlements, right? The Dwarven holds, as few as they are like the greatest cities in the entire universe. Do these look like the greatest cities in the entire universe? No, they're absolutely dog shit.
As you like.
Especially if you can't get them to a higher level. Okay, so we still have Gorog. So that's giving me growth, public order, etc. And by removing the public order penalty, using the mod for that,
By the ancestors, no.
like, this feels like a genuinely less oppressive campaign start, I can tell you that much. Yeah. A lot better. Feels a lot better. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to fight a lot of these battles. Now, what someone pointed out to me, though, when it came to the auto-resolve, yeah. Doors were already buffed by not having any Yeah, but you struggle to get to tier 3. I'm just saying, it's like you genuinely struggle getting to tier 3. So. And the issue is, believe it or not, getting to tier 4 is harder. Getting to tier 4 as the dwarves is much harder to do than getting to tier 5 as a lot of races. And I'm not just, and I don't even want to talk about the greenskins tier 5, how fast they can get it, because greenskins get significantly more growth from their settlement structures, from their special structures on growth, from research, from the WA meter, from their legendary lords. Do you want me to add more? It's so bloody bonkers. Oh, and on top of that, this gets even better. That's just the growth by default that the greenskins have, right? Substantially better. You want to know why the dwarves get decimated in every single campaign? The dwarves get decimated in every single one of their campaigns because not only do the greenskins have all of those aforementioned advantages in their campaign, but it's also the genuine fact that the greenskins also have much better public order than the dwarves, which, guess what? Having much better public order means having better growth. I think that if public order wasn't so intrinsically tied to growth, but yeah, still way better than Warhammer 2. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, do we need to talk about that? By the way, when it comes to infighting, like it's so ridiculous that dwarves of all people have issues when it comes to public order, when really they, like, has anyone heard of a single instance? Like, maybe I don't know the lore, but I don't think I've ever heard of a single instance of a dwarven rebellion in the fantasy universe, because it just doesn't fit their culture. Now I get that control is supposed to represent some other things. They didn't just want to say public order, but it's like, yeah, that's not how it goes. Let's use that ruin. Now it's so much more fun to play these kind of siege battles where you're not pressed for time, because not because of the timer here, but because you obviously want to rush. Like, the problem with the constantly respawning towers is the fact that it pushes you as a player to rush every single siege, because you want to finish it before things get out of hand, right? Okay, those units are gone. Let me just speed it up and get going. Okay, let's try and move these fellows ahead. Yeah, so it's like, dwarves don't rebel. They might grumble, but it's like, grumbling is not a rebellion, I'm sorry. I guess one of the things that would work very well for the dwarves, the one way they could do it better, is like with the grudges. So, say for instance, one of the things that characterizes dwarves is that not infighting, not issues of public order, but like their tendency to just get them to just do stupid things. Like, on ID 4chan, it's written that one dwarf ordered an imperial general murdered in an important battle because of a grudge. So I think one of the more interesting ways, I guess, that the dwarves could have would be some mechanic that would make them unpredictable because of the grudges. Like, for instance, let's say you have a grudge against, like, there's a grudge against the greenskins. Sure, you can go deal with that, but also, but let's say that if you don't deal with that, let's say let's say an AI army spawns, or one of your armies that's not controlled by the legendary lords might go rogue, and you lose control, and they go deal with that grudge, because that has happened in the lore. Dwarves going rogue. It's not that they're going rebellion mode, no, but yeah. Do you think any other order factions will get the same treatment as the champions? I think dwarves could benefit from... Yeah, they could. They could certainly benefit from... As I've said, they could certainly benefit from dark fortresses, I feel. Significantly. But you know, this video right here that I'm doing, this stream, should give you an idea of how easy it could be to fix that. So let's get some control.
If you want something done right...
I'm tempted... Okay, so it's the same armor, but of course, is the difference really? I mean, I know it's the melee difference, but defense versus large, spell resistance, resilience. Anyway, I mean, is there any real difference between these two? I mean, of course. Like in terms of defensive purposes. So he's gonna get tactician more in that. I'm not too concerned about oath gold, by the way. As for the situation here, yeah, I'm gonna start moving north to deal with that. Maybe get to start on getting a second army to take the golden tower. I think you can get it if you just sack it, but I would love to wipe these guys out. Legendary very hard. I'm surprised they're not doing much there. Yeah, I should probably... but I'm not gonna rush that, honestly. It's like, with no grudges, like, I really need to rethink my strategy. Like, the problem, the issue, the genuine reason why dwarf campaigns for me so far have been a genuine misery is like you just feel the urge, the push instantly pretty much to rush for the grudges or you're gonna suffer a lot. And the problem with that is like you're railroaded down a stupid path, especially as Thorek. Let's try and avoid that. I don't need to care. There are some benefits, sure, I do want to get those benefits, but I am not so pushy when it comes to it. So over here, let's get it to level 2. Now they are more expensive, so they are more expensive. They do cost more upkeep. Yada. But yeah, I'll get that. I'll want to get this to level 3, by the way, as soon as I can. Yeah, I think like one of the things they should certainly do is allow you to because like if I'm not mistaken, like grudges can be settled with money. I think like just tying it somehow to the oath gold mechanic would help. Now over here I'm gonna use the underway. If they intercept it, lovely, that's great. I want them to intercept it. I'd freaking fall in love with the idea of them intercepting me in an underway. Underway of battles are so great because it's like it's very easy to extend your line in such a way that you can't be flanked. Unless unless you get one of those battles where you've got an enemy army coming in behind you. Now,
off we go.
Let's go over here. It's probably for the best. Yeah, get two more of them. You know, just get the economy sorted out first and foremost. Yeah.
Iron will.
He's gained the level. He's going to buff the Rune of Wrath and Ruin.
You there? Address me.
I could make a deal with them, but I think I want to deal with Labaras. That seems like a smarter decision. Oh yeah, the whole upgrading stuff and being able to change stuff would be great for a lot of factions, and I think that's certainly something they should carry forward. I think they were inspired from a Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. I think that's where they took it, because we know the Saga games smaller scale, but they're also using them for, you know, a test bed for those kind of ideas. There is an army there. I'm tempted to attack it.
Rune Lord of
But I won't be
Mederic
able to.
Castle.
So anyway, let's do it the hard way. Get the Mortis engine rune ASAP. It's amazing at the beginning. Huh. You say that. Where can I get that, Joey? Just a question. Like, how far do I need to go for that? I'm gonna get the stuff along the way. Like, Thorek is on a journey. He's not gonna stop. Like, stopping to consolidate or any bullshit nonsense like that, no. Bam. And eventually I'm just gonna get a second army to deal with the lost defenders. The reinforcement army, okay, so they're gonna get it inside of the settlement, so I don't need to worry too much about that. There is a tower there that's more exposed, but I think it's a bad idea, so let's go... Huh. Well, there is sadly enough no gate that's exposed to just a single tower. The best I can do is hit it here. And just get these quarrelers. Get these miners behind. Dwarf warriors even behind that.
Off we go. Will do. Agreed.
And get the quarrelers to move forward. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Bedrock camera zoom mod. I don't think that's in the list, but yeah, just being able to see further and closer as well. Not too close though. But yeah, it just gives you a really good perspective in battles. Especially on legendary, like I don't... I admit, do you know what? Which game you want to blame for this? Freaking Rome 2. Or was it Shogun 2 that added this limited camera bullcrap? No, it was Shogun 2. Oh, gosh. I do hate the limited camera. I've never liked it. Yeah, you can, you know, I do have a chip on my shoulders when it comes to some of the old Total War games. I do. I think they've done a great job in Warhammer. Oh, so the Mortis engine requires just 12 gold, okay. Nah, I'm not too concerned about that. Now, interesting enough, this tower is shooting, even though there's no one there. Alright, move the blasting powders. Alright, they've abandoned that. I'm just gonna keep shooting at it though, just to take it down. Should have enough ammunition.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Alright, they're gonna break down the gate soon enough. The gate is open, let's go in. Always send your heroes, which will have more durability than your standard boys. Let's set them ahead when it comes to this kind of stuff.
For the ancestors. War of vengeance.
Now, your units can shoot through a gate like that. Where are they taking damage from? Wait, that tower is almost gone. Now get the iron breakers at the gate so they can throw their charges before things start to get real nasty. Yeah, Thorek is a bit weak early on.
Get it done. The runes are cast.
isn't he?
Yes, Thane! Thorek Ironbrow!
Yeah, might have been enough more than I could shoot there. Try and get them out.
Off we go! Bring them down! Strike out! Drain them! Wrong this well! Dwarf warriors!
Get the long beards.
Casting the room!
Get both of them out. Should be able to evacuate now.
By Belia's will, the clans unite. Go through!
Okay. I wish I had the wall to break down. Sadly enough, I do not. Oh, come on.
Thorek Ironbrow! For the ancestor gods! Miners! Attack the heirs! Will of Iron!
Yeah, he's probably gonna die if I'm not careful here. That's on me.
Runreki! Iron breakers!
Did I break down? Yep.
The clans unite! Dwarves, ready axes!
Try and take down that wall.
Iron breakers! Moving out!
Get that melee attack up. Yeah, they're both very squishy. I didn't anticipate that, I admit. I thought they'd be able to handle the situation a lot better. Try and get these quarrelers moving here. The real problem.
Quick about it. Hook those dwarven legs.
Alright, I should be able to tackle that. But yeah, genuinely I need to get them out.
Thorek Ironbrow. Quarrelers. Obey me.
That's gonna hurt. Get these guys to try and hit that gate. Right. Can you with the quarrelers? I mean, I could. I guess. That is an idea. They will get tired, but I guess I just don't care right now, do I?
Iron breakers. Long beards.
Or with the miners for line of sight. Alright, pull back a bit there. Okay, let's get out.
Smiting upon them. Charge!
The wall is broken, gentlemen.
Our fire undid.
Now the hilarious part over here is the fact that these guys are literally taking no damage whatsoever.
Hearth and home. To the forge. The clans unite.
Whereas Thorek and
The Kurtis and God.
yeah, that's something really messed up, isn't it? Pretty much.
Strike out.
Let's not even get into the pathfinding that starts happening when you try and do something like this.
Pull those dwarven lads.
Okay, let's get these two quarreler units here. Position them all over on that side. Get those blasting charges positioned here, so they can start bombing them.
Iron breakers. Dwarf warriors!
Aye! Vengeance! On the way!
Miners! Yes! Nothing can stop us!
Yeah.
It is a reckoning! Holding ammunition! Stop firing! Axes out! Killers!
Get closer. Here it comes. Boom. Not quite good enough.
Go! Dwarfs ready access! Have at them! Miners! For the High King! Charge!
Right.
We'll guard it for the ancestor gods!
Right, they've charged in.
War of vengeance!
Because the greenskins are breaking. Blow them up. One down, one to go. He's dead. Let them run. What a glorious slaughter. Right, the unit of boys. Not for much longer. Alright, pull these two back. They've taken a lot of damage already. I can't rely on them to be frontline holders, but that's fine. They can be the buffers. More greenskins. Alright, they're gonna start running out of ammunition. Oh, gotta be careful there. This is proving to be a bit more than I bargained for, I suppose. No. Let's try and kill him. If we can, that might be the incentive, so to speak, to break them over there. Okay. They're gone. You'll be gone soon. There we go. Victory. Well, at least Arcos is finished. Lamia is next. Dwarves versus vampires. I put my money on the dwarves. Honestly, I think that the vampires don't really have any good early game units to counter the dwarves. Hard counter them anyway. Sure, you can win if you especially get 2 armies and they only have 1, but yeah, skeletons versus Dwarven warriors, Dwarven warriors will eat them for lunch.
Make it fit for the Dowie!
Thorek Ironbrow.
Yes, my anger burns bright.
Ironbrow.
Armed and ready. On my way.
Rune Lord of Garagazon. Rumney's will. Such a fine gem. Raton's collar will soon be complete. Hammer and anvil.
Alright. Good, good, good. And the turn. Go for Lamia. Need to be careful here. What other legendary lords other than or normal have enough lore to be even that is a good question. Oh, you're really useful. Occupy, loot, or raise. That's a hell of an objective, I gotta say.
Go! Dwarves never tire.
Right.
Casting the runes. Not likely. You're daft. I'll get on it.
Now I'm gonna destroy this building over here.
What's up?
And should give you an idea of how ridiculously stupid Dwarf Growth is.
Darkness comes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wipe you out. Now, believe it or not, I haven't made a lot of hay over this, but do you know what another issue is with the dwarves? And a mod I have a fix for? They have poor casualty replenishment on top of all the other crap that I've mentioned. That actually is important, because when you're fighting a lot of battles, being able to have good casualty replenishment matters a great deal when it comes to your potential in a camp. So yeah, it ends up being something of an issue, as you might imagine. Now, I am going to take Marak. He might have a full freaking army there, but I don't care. Alright, tool market is ready.
For glory's past. Off we go. Moving out.
There's a mod that just essentially... Let's get the tool maker over there.
I am a rune lord, not some smith.
Yep. Get more structures there.
Tried and tested.
I mean, yeah, Joseph Bookman.
Why do the dwarves pester me so?
I kind of want.
Hush! When I sit on my throne, you can begin.
This is why making allies with the Tomb Kings is awful at the start. Eventually they'll start throwing a lot more money your way, but yeah, at the start of a campaign they're gonna have zilch. Alright, so now we attack that settlement. I'll actually sack it. I'll sack that one. And then I'll take Lamia. I'll try and avoid taking a lot of them, which I can, considering the fact that towers are disabled here because of the mods I'm using, and, well, oh, or he can do that, sure.
It's like a furnace.
I'll take that.
No honest work without sweat. Smite ya! Dring 'em!
And the settlement garrison is also going to move out to reinforce. I wonder if I should adopt the diamond formation here. No, it's mostly bats and zombies and all that kind of crap, so it's like pointless. Hold on, maybe checkerboard, maybe. Though I don't really need it because I don't have thunderers. Maybe just a direct free line formation could do wonders. Okay. I guess one of the things you do start wondering about. Sorry. They're going to defend that. So is Thorek going to defend that. Hold on.
Miners! Quarrelers! Our fire undimmed!
Okay.
For the ancestors!
Do we hit? Yeah, let's go now for zombies. Skeletal warriors, okay. Maybe I could. Oh, you mean the cheese where you can attack an ambush stance, I guess. You know, it really does get on your nerves when they dodge projectiles like that. Ammunition is an issue right now.
As ye command! Dwarves, ready axes! Dwarf warriors! Magic users are wazzers! Damn the spellcaster! We demand blood! Quarrelers!
Take him out.
Runes of spell breaking. Iron breakers. Hammer them.
That might hurt a little bit. More than a little.
To the forge. Obey me! Sir! Move to attack! Have at them! We're the ancestors! Attack the earths! Hearth and home!
Alright, get the enemy heroes.
Ancestor gods! The Grimnir! It is a reckoning!
Now I don't want to use that there. Although I can use it probably there. Turn them around, deal with those ones. Okay, keep shooting there.
Attack the axe! Attack the axe!
But they're struggling.
Anu!
Let's just get that one.
Kaduk! They have wronged us! Warrenus! Spar! Do we attack? Slay all romances and vampires! They have wronged us! For mountain and home! Move
Okay,
now!
keep going.
The runes are
Get the
cast.
melee attack up.
Step to it! Strike the runes! They are in the grave! Roar of vengeance!
Alright, more zombies incoming.
Ready to spur! Dwarf warriors!
Charge ran.
Kill him! Taking aim! We demand blood!
This is the most hilarious kind of battle you can have, because zombies and skeletons just don't do a lot of damage, right? Unless you're Gorst, and even then, not strictly.
Kill them!
So this battle is gonna take a while.
We demand blood! Find your targets!
Checkerboard might have been better for this, just to do more damage, but yeah, even with that,
Roar of vengeance!
it's gonna take a while. There we go. Or not. Well, the garrison is finished. Now let me see how much movement points I have. Might want to get some oath gold here. I think I am going to go for the growth though. I do just want to get that good solid early game economy in these regions. Oath gold is important, but well, it depends. Let's see how much it's gonna offer me. It's either the effect or the oath gold.
I want gold, not prisoners!
Yeah, 67. Oh, and I can get the effect now.
Thorek Ironbrow!
Okay.
For vengeance! For Caracazol! Hammer and anvil!
Yep.
Make them pay! Make them pay! Unbending!
Let's repair that. Keep moving him ahead.
I suppose so.
Arakos will be level 2 soon. Or Karakzorn will be level 2 soon. I think I want to... Yeah, I don't have the money for that.
I'm listening.
But I would like to get some artillery there. Some extra artillery in general. So for him, I'm still gonna wait until he gets to the level necessary, because he's 10. He's almost there to unlock his special skill tree. Let's see. Ancestral. Okay.
Rune Lord of Caracazol.
You come to speak to the voice of the vengeful.
Maybe I should accept that. Or maybe I'll just trade the capital to her once I take her next turn. How about that idea? Warwick generally ends up in a war with Labaras, but it's like completely avoidable. And when I say he ends up in a war, I mean when the AI plays him. Don't worry, we will be attacking the orcs. We have objectives all across the north. And then we're gonna go pay Scarbrand a visit. You know, this guy is mad. Who the hell picks a fight with Scarbrand
Try
willingly?
and test it. If you want something done right, it's like a furnace.
Okay, just gonna put him there in that stance. Get the granite. Yeah, don't really have the...
Cast the runes.
Asaf days that I...
This night.
They're gone. They're just down to their city there. They're not recruiting anything, or I don't know where their army is. Not a sane person. Yeah, an ultra-conservative dwarf. What the fuck is an ultra-conservative dwarf? A jackass, that's what I'm gonna call him. Thorek's campaign mechanics are fine, are pretty interesting, like the very powerful stuff you can make. Thorek as a person, yeah, less so. Gotta say it. He's something of a douchebag.
Be sure to put your...
Yeah. I don't need your little pitiful advice. Okay, let's get armor.
Master Rune Lord.
Guess that's it, right?
Enough. You summoned me.
I'm gonna
It
sharpen
shall be
weapons with
done.
him.
Fight for your old. I'll teach them. For the ancestors.
Okay, and now with one of the mods, there is an item I think I can make. No, not that. Not that. Hold on. Where is it? Must be under a rune. There we go. Get that priest. This is a mod. It's not available by default.
For the
But I do
Iron
want
League.
it. Cause yeah, they've got crap casualty replenishment. Do you have the recruit defeated? No. Yeah, so that's a mod that gives me 14% casualty replenishment. Which, yeah, he needs.
I'm going. Rune Ricky. What do you want?
We're gonna get that growth, that 10 growth soon enough. If I continue down that trade, yeah, get some tariff stuff.
An audience. Very well.
Yeah, let's get
My
a non-aggression
consent.
pact. And then I can trade Lamia. I'm gonna chill out a bit.
Guzzle's I don't have time for words. Soon be returned to us.
Well, tell you what, Scarbrand has chosen
I
death.
don't have time for words.
So we're gonna retrieve from here. Give this to get out. Move the hell out of here. We got the greater demon of yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. I think the dwarves really need some paid DLC options at the very least. Okay.
All ways are best. We push onward.
Do not let my death mask unnerve you. Approach and talk to me. My will.
Okay. Well, that's gonna soon put an end to that.
Hush! When I sit on my throne, you can.
Iron willed.
I get this to level 2.
Moon Lord of Caracas.
He's gonna stay over here for a moment. He's soon gonna be level 12. I've gotten that sorted out. Now, I could get more control, but yeah, you know, the nice thing is you don't really have to give a shit about control right now. I need the ammunition at the moment. So I got the defensive alliance with her. Hold on. Text-to-speech Scarbrand. Ha! Yeah. Ah, yeah. Text-to-speech. Total War Warhammer. Text-to-speech. I'm just checking a couple of things. Okay. Alright. Let's go deal with the big fat demon.
Lord of Clan.
Honestly, I'm tempted to just burn Death Gorge to the ground or give it to the orcs. Oh man, that's a hilarious one. But you know, this is a good mod. Like it's like, oh, fixes a major issue with the faction, but doesn't do so in a blatantly cheesy, crappy fucking manner. It's like you have to pay for it with 12 gold. Now, what do we have there? Alright, so it's a Silver Host army. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see if Labaris deals with that particular problem. Or if they can deal with that particular problem. Yeah, they got wiped out. Good. Or they didn't.
Tried and tested. March, vengeful Rune Lord.
What I really need is more artillery on Thorek, so I could just,
Bring honor to
like,
the old.
one Grudge Thrower is good, but it's like, I really need a second one. But do I want to wait a turn? Well, I can.
Hi, make your offer. Agree.
Alright, 161. That's nice.
Arcane wisdom.
So, yeah, I could just wait 2 more turns, basically. 1 turn to construct a building, a turn to get that sorted out. It's not like Moors is gonna do anything. And then start building an army, a second army there. I just get a Grudge Thrower factory here in Karagorund. Actually, maybe not. The Death Gorge might provide in that respect. Okay. Oh shit.
Moving out. Sweltering.
Do I pick that fight? He's gonna tear me to shreds.
No honest work without sweat. I hope.
The actual thing is that Scarbrand has a hard counter to Dwarf.
Master of rune.
And I may have screwed up my movement points a bit. Can I do it?
Wrong. Come on. All ways are best.
Yeah, I'm gonna cheese a bit. Sorry, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Just reload the save so I can actually attack Scarbrand. Yeah, that was on me. The problem is Scarbrand has Bloodletters, and Bloodletters hard counter your Dwarf Warriors because, yeah, guess what? They're good against armor. Scarbrand may have a lot of... You know, one of the problems is... one of the problems with Scarbrand, believe it or not, is that his army is actually too good. What do I mean by that? Well, he's got units that are designed for the end game. Like Bloodletters are a mid-tier end game unit, right? The problem is you're using them; they're your default units. They in Chaos Warriors. You don't have any low-tier unit, which is an issue when, you know, trying to build something.
Scores to settle.
Why can't he? Jeez. Fine.
Armed and ready.
I'll tackle it. Let's get some quarrelers. Just regular quarrelers for him. I know it's a bad idea to split my army out like this, but I just do need to wipe out the last defenders. Okay, they're going to attack Thorek. Bonus versus large. Who should get that? Yeah. Well, I think they need that. Now, if I fight this battle, I'll lose all of that. Scarbrand doesn't actually have... What happens to his heroes? That's a really weird looking hero there. Alright, let's do it. So I just actually didn't have the movement points to attack Scarbrand directly because his hero was actually blocking my path. Like if that hero wasn't in front of the army, well, I could have attacked. This is gonna be fun. Phasing off Scarbrand this early on. Ugh. Well, it does happen. Like outside of the dwarves though, the problem is the Bloodletter power is kind of wasted, in all honesty. Also, he's gotten some Cast Furies, which is just like, whatever, as a unit. Completely and utterly pointless. Okay, yeah, I'm corner camping. I don't fuck around in this kind of situation. Because you shouldn't.
Grudge thrower! Quarrelers! Plow through! Nothing can
You really ought not to
move now!
screw this one up.
Dead!
Right. Now I can form an even tighter line, and I think I will. With these fellows around that side. Huh. When he's more terrifying. Oh yeah, I know. Let's see what we got here. Here he comes. Oh god. Yeah, you know, Azazel oh shit. Armor, armor, armor.
For the Karas Anchor! For the ancestors! We'll guard it! Kazook! Drain the herbs! For the ancestors! Age, wealth, and skill! Strike the room! We demand blood! Plow through!
Kill him.
Casting the runes!
Yeah, that's a weird one. So Azazel and Scarbrand will do this. Like they I will severely overestimate their chances in a situation like this. And that's, by the way, how you survive them early on.
Thorek Ironbrow!
You bait them into attacking you. And when they do, and they will,
For the ancestors!
you wipe them out. And without the leadership that they provide, their armies will crumble.
We demand blood! Attack! Hey! Quarrelers! Kazook! Obey me! Alea's blessing on us! And down! Find
Hey
your
boys,
targets.
charge right in.
Understood, Lord. For the Karas Anchor! Bring them down!
Let the axes sing. I love the smell of burnt chaos in the morning.
Dum glum! Hearth and home!
Gonna get that armor up for them.
By Alea's will! Long be it! Miners! Ready to serve! How about them? Pump those dwarven legs! Dwarf
Get them in.
warriors! Let the vengeance begin!
Alright, they're all dead. Okay. So what's more terrifying, a full stack of wood elves or Scarbrand wood elves? Yes, I fully agree. Do you know what's more terrifying than a full stack of wood elves? Because there is actually something even more terrifying. It's still a wood elf thing though. Generally, wood elves will have like this weird combination of Glade Guard and melee units. Like if you face Orion early game, he's kind of pathetic. Then there's Durfu. Yes, I do talk about Dwarf or Dryka. They show up with heavily armored units in like 10-15 turns and then tear you to shreds. Heavily armored units that can beat anything else that stands in their path. That is a ridiculous amount of elf gold. And I'm gonna take it. Genuinely, if you meet Dryka in a battle as Katrin early game, you can't win. Physically, you cannot win. There's nothing you can do. Like maybe some cheeses, some bullshit, ridiculous crap, but it's like she shows up with those tree-kin, tree-man, Dryad army with Lore of Shadows. It's like you're finished. You're done. Your campaign is over, more or less. As Azak, that's an interesting discussion because Azak may meet Dryka early game as well. Pray?
A quest has been issued, mighty.
Okay, that's a good item, but I just don't have the capability of dealing with that right now. Not yet, anyway. Keep getting that. And get this to level 3.
Thorek Ironbrow.
Do I want to fight this war? You know, this might sound a bizarre statement, but it's like, well, I guess the die is cast, right? Let's go for the underway. At least I don't take
Master of Runecraft.
damage there.
Hammer and anvil.
Fiery temper. Yeah, all of this. So he's gained a lot of power. I don't need missile resistance. No. Does that affect his army or him? Just him. Interesting question. Okay. Now that's level 3.
Witness the power of the runes.
Yeah, Angry Tree Army. You know what? I was thinking, and I have this idea in my head to make a video about, like, what are the best early game doom stacks in the game. Do you know what the top 3 early game doom stacks are? The first one, Wood Elves with Glade Guard. That's number 3. The second one, Sisters of Twilight with Hawk Riders. Number 1 is Dwarf. Yes, Dwarf. I think he's better if you're playing him. Like Draca might have a better army if the AI controls her, but it's like when you are playing him, yeah, Dwarf is better from my perspective because he doesn't have the same downsides as Draca when it comes to, you know, your elven errands. But here's where it gets ridiculous, right?
Very well.
Okay, she's at War of Clan Wars. That's good from my perspective. But number 1, Durfu tree with the combined army of Treekin. Treekin, Tree Spirits, Treekin, Tree Man, the one that he starts with, and
will be tested.
Yeah, let's
Make them pay.
I'm gonna abandon this.
Make them pay.
Not a one of us will bow.
I'm listening.
We'll see about bowing, my friend. We will see. Okay, I'm going to do some merging here.
Rune Lord. Consider it done.
That'll do. For him, keep getting Thunderer. I'll get artillery when I can get artillery. Forge Fire, Rune of Heart and Home. Reduce the spell resistance. Now over here I could pick that up. Here I can wait. And yeah, just get that one. Destroy that one. It's done its purpose. Like at one point you just didn't really need to take advantage of the situation here. Okay, so I get Seed of Rebirth. Son of a...
Always our best.
Okay.
Your tribute, Thrall, for it is a... You have the attention of the imperishable. Don't I agree?
Yeah, start making deals with both of them. Can I...
Where's my madness? Come and die.
Yep. I'll do this next turn. Yeah, so the sisters are strong. Why is he in the floating freaking desert? What's worse is I can't just exactly ignore that. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting one. If I get ambushed here, I'm screwed. I need a military alliance with Labaris. I think she's gonna do a decent enough job, though, against Clan Moors.
You're not welcome.
Let's say I accept F1 for a moment. He's the last guy I want to deal with right now. The bowman might declare war against me. But yeah, sister... So, if you're playing the Wood Elves... Hell, if you're playing the Sisters of Twilight, because you don't need to buy the Wood Elven race. You can just buy... Like, I don't own it. But you can play all of the Wood Elven Legendary Lords. Well, except Draika. Unless you confederate with her somehow. It's fairly easy to confederate Orion and Durfu, that's not the problem. It is a bit of a bigger challenge, I suppose, too. Let's get that one. You're serious with it? Well, good luck with that. There's a strong garrison defending that settlement.
If you say so, beardling. Lord of Clan Morgrim.
No! Your blood!
Let's go get Scarbrand again. You know, this one so far is actually a great deal of fun. Like, I'm really enjoying this so far. No more annoying frustrating crap to deal with. Now, if I take out the floating village next turn, I'll be in a much better spot. Hopefully Labaris is not going to suffer. Oh, the grudge. The grudge that's going to come up right now. Okay. Let's see.
If you want something done right, leave nothing standing. On we go. Repay every grudge.
At your...
You know, I think I'm gonna abandon the Death Gorge. Seems like a decent enough idea. Or make the top knots pay for it. But if I make them pay for it, it's like I'm just gonna be the one suffering the consequences when they do eventually declare war on me. Can't rely on the greenskins to keep the peace. Certainly not gonna make any deals with Malagor.
Can you see I'm busy?
Alright, there's Carrot. Now imagine not being so screwed in diplomatic relations that your fellow dwarves will declare war on you. Alright, so that's missile. Get reload time reduction.
Strong. Fight for your own. wealth of the Dowie. Tried and tested.
Your blood.
Does he have more settlements that I just don't know about? That seems a bit interesting. Get this to level 2. Well, situation's pretty stable. How much would that cost? 900, so merge these two. Yeah, 2 garage throwers is enough. We'd like 3, but yeah, 2 is enough. Get the Rune of Grimir. Rune of Wrath and Rune.
Unbending.
Alright, Karaka's Gull. Hopefully Labaras will be able to hold the line. I don't particularly fancy going back to Lamia.
I care not.
I could wipe him out. I really could. In fact, I think I will. Now, normally I would not do this, but it's like, he's just so vulnerable and I don't suffer. Like, I can use the Underway. Yeah, you know, the problem with the Badlands is if you don't have the Underway, it's a genuinely miserable place. It's pretty miserable even if you do have the Underway.
Go.
Scarbrand? I mean, okay. I can tackle that.
What? Casting the runes. On my way.
What? Oh, I should have probably gotten that. To be honest, it doesn't really matter that much. If I'm being frank about it. Yeah, local recruitment capacity would be nice, but we'll see. If they attack, it's like, yeah, I have the units to withstand them. I think. And I have throwaway units to put on the walls to defend. So he's gonna end up suffering a lot more than me. From a trick. The almighty Scarbrand brought low by a petty little dwarf. An extremely petty dwarf. And then we get to fight the Skaven Hurrah. Scarbrand's taking attrition because he's not got any settlements and I guess the economy is completely collapsed. But I'm gonna keep sending that Rune Lord towards Scarbrand. It would be nice to get that trait on that second Lord.
Setting off.
And yes, he would win.
Lord of Garagazzle. Avenge the ancestors! Thorek Ironbrow.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna abandon this one. I mean, I could hold it, make it work somehow, but it's just not feeling it.
Can I help you?
What do you want of the warrior queen? Asaph deigns that I pardon.
Right, she's doing pretty well for herself. The last defenders are doing pretty well for themselves.
You come before greatness. It is normal to...
Lord of the Glen.
I rule.
Clan Moors!
Well, I could... Yeah. No. I am not fighting that. Let me tell you why. I need to deal with Clan Moors before that situation gets out of hand. If I do... Like, I'm obviously gonna take that settlement, but... for the artifact thing, but... I am not interested in holding it. Why? Because if I do try and hold it, I'm just gonna end up paying for it when the Bloody Hands do declare war on me. Unless there is an artifact in the Bloody Hands capital, and even if there is, I'll worry about it later. Yeah, there's nothing there. Interesting. So he's actually failed. Failed. Okay. Scarbrand still taking attrition damage.
Do not seek to command Scarbrand.
I suppose so. What?
Okay. Good.
I do.
Now over here, I'm gonna get that artillery structure. And for him, we're gonna get a root marcher.
All ways are best. Tried and tested. String 'em.
Might have to.
Enough holds repaid.
Might have to fight this manually. Or not.
So it's war. Good. There'll soon be naught left.
Huh.
Grungni's cake is close to being complete.
Alright. Actually, just cancel that.
If you want something done right,
Right, so I've gotten a bunch of parts over here, nothing to make an artifact with yet.
armed and ready.
But I'll get that. Now here I could get the Fane. Would basically be spending all my gold. Let's get that war first and foremost. That second army is not a priority. Oh, I'll get the rebellion. Woohoo.
One more grudge avenged. Hammer and anvil. Undringot. What? Yes, it's as good as done.
I'd wither first.
Okay, I'm going to reclaim that territory for myself right there. Need a replenishment. Could abandon it, could leave them to their fate, I suppose. Maybe they end up in a war with top knots themselves. I guess that's the alternative, right? Maybe it's smarter. Although I do have a grudge, right? So yeah, see, the grudge meter isn't just a problem from the early game. That's the worst part about it. The grudge meter is pretty horrible to deal with, even in the mid-late game, all that kind of stuff. Oh gosh, that's an entire army.
Never.
Yes!
Okay. Yeah, don't ignore the vampire counts faction next to you. They're not quite the level of BS that the Skaven are, but they're still pretty nasty to deal with. My infantry is not even gonna look at the city or the settlement here. They're just going to sit by while the quarrelers and heroes and the grudge throwers do all the hard work, because that's just how it goes sometimes. Hawk Rider target practice. Tomahawk cruise missiles launched at the enemy. Prime and what's the... There was a phrase, I believe. Either way, it doesn't matter. No bullshit tower to inflict ridiculous losses on me. No, sir. We are going to enjoy doing this. See, this is the thing, though. This kind of example is why minor settlements, like even if they had towers here, it still wouldn't matter that much. I'd still inflict staggering losses on the enemy. Okay, let them get closer. I really want an engineer, I admit. That will help me so much when I do get one. Move up. Zombies, crypt ghouls, skeletal warriors, you name it. That's the garrison leader. Okay. Move him ahead. Get that melee attack up. Okay, get those garage throwers going in. There's the enemy lord. Dead.
Make it fit for the doughy! Thorek Ironbrow! If you want something done right... Vengeful Rune Lord.
Glade look.
I rule every...
You called?
Clan Moors!
By Grundy! Rune Lord of Garaka.
Say what you gotta say before I kill.
Well, I'm gonna go through the underway to safety. Yeah, this particular area here, in the Marshes of Madness, is exceptionally terrible to try and navigate. It's very slow. Unless you have the Underway. Or unless you're a Beastman.
Tried and tested. Grinderak. March.
Kneel before Cetra. Only then I ascend. I am Cetra. You... King of Mehetara.
You come to speak to the voice of the vengeful.
Well, lady, as far as I'm concerned, you can bloody well have all of that. Just give me the gemstones. I'll just be right back. Alright. So let's so I'm turn 25, by the way. What do I need to... Okay, get 5 artifacts. Yeah, deal with the grudges, campaign victory, whatever.
Iron-willed. It's as good as done.
Yeah, I don't have money. Sadly enough. What grudge do I have? Okay. When... Great! I'll need to find vampire counts to deal with. Well, I'll tackle it. It's gonna double. It's gonna get a bit ridiculous. Fuck me, where will I find
Can you
vampire
see I'm
accounts?
busy?
Therein lies the problem. By the way, they don't have an easy way to access you. Oh gosh. Well, I kinda asked for it, didn't I? I did. I absolutely did. Well, thankfully they're all suicidal maniacs that are willing to throw themselves against me in force march. I couldn't take advantage of it against Scarbrand, maybe I can do it against Queek. Hopefully. That's gonna be a hell of a battle though. Queek is not an easy fight. He's one of the strongest melee combatants in the entire game. Sure, Scarbrand would beat the crap out of him in a straight up fight, but
Gazok! Strong!
yeah.
Dwarves never tire!
Let's get that. It's gonna have downsides.
I hope
Screw it. I know, cheesing, but I just misjudged that. Ah, man, it's so annoying. Do I mean, I'll have to come back here if I don't attack right now. Wish I could gift it to someone. Alright. Labaras could potentially deal with the last defenders on her own. But Khalida may want some help. I'll go deal with the tower, get some siege engines, kill Queek, do all that good stuff.
Thorek Ironbrow!
If he attacks, he attacks. So be it.
Vengeful Rune Lord! Lord of Clan Morgrim!
Get some siege equipment and research wise, what do I want? Rank to quarrelers, could be nice. But I think I'm gonna get income from toolmakers, just get that 10%.
Hammer and anvil!
Alright. I could also make some runes and some items right now. Maybe I should. Let's see what Queek does. He's gonna show up just any moment now. Yep, as expected, he's a little rodent. Now I'm gonna move for the underway to Karaka's Gall while abandoning the floating village. Maybe I should break my non-aggression pact with Manfred. But either way, starting with no grudges is a significant benefit. In particular in this campaign.
Rune Lord! All ways are best.
As of days that I
Right, I have a good amount of money.
What? Rune Ricky! What do you want?
A lot of things.
Can I help you? Armed and ready.
I'll actually want the Fane.
It's as good as done.
Right, I don't know where Queek is. If they ambush me here, I should be fine. Unless they hit me from behind at the same time, that could happen. I really hope I don't get ambushed. Alright, Karaka's Gall. Hopefully they're going to deal with that. Dragonhof. Volkmar is wiping him out. Probably. Well, Volkmar or Cetra, or both. They tend to be best buddies, more or less. Makes sense. Well, minus the fact that Cetra is an absolute horrible, horrible person. That's how it makes sense, right? Who wouldn't want to gank up on Manfred? Poor Manfred. Except he deserves everything that he's getting. Now here I could get Thunderers, but I'm gonna wait.
Master of Runecraft.
No reason to rush that. Okay, what is Greenskin? Why? Seriously?
Rune Lord.
Okay.
On our way.
Well, this one will be fun.
For the ancestors.
Make your offer.
And what can the Dowie do?
Azray.
Oathbound.
Interesting that he decided to do that. Well, let's see this major battle against Lovely Quick. I'll use the grudge throwers to smash down the walls. Smash down the tower, smash down the walls. Then once the walls are gone, the gates are open, all that, I'll move in for the kill. Quake is not going to be able to stop me. He doesn't have the army to stop me. I mean, what does he have? Fucking clan rats with spears? And some with shields? So yeah, it's poor old Quake. Get screwed. Skaven are not good. Not at the moment, anyway. Right, that is probably your best option, isn't it? If you're attacking this specific settlement.
It is a reckoning!
Runesmith.
Alright.
Warriors. Move now. By the Lea's will.
Those are some tough towers. But yeah, that's a really good option all the same.
Dwarf warriors. Go. Thorek Ironbrow.
And thankfully,
That'll do. Root thrower. The clans unite. Scarf. Get away with these Thorn of vengeance. For the ancestors. For the ancestor gods. Kazu. They are in the grave book of grudge. Warriors. For the ancestors, we demand blood.
alright, bring another wall down after this.
Kill the Oath Splitters! Grudge Thrower! Age, wealth, and skill! Killux! Iron Breakers! it is! Move! Dwarf warriors! Thorek Ironbrow!
Okay.
It is a reckoning! Miners! Yes! Yes! No!
Well, going to move ahead.
Cause you can, cause you can't, ha!
But
Cause you can, cause you can, ha!
move up
Drag out!
before it becomes too late.
By Grungni! Off we go!
This is actually a really, really good entrance for more than just that. For more than
RatEmperor! For the ancestors! Dwarf warriors!
right, we got storm vermins. Okay.
Iron breakers! If you like! Dowie attack! For the ancestor gods! Axes out! Scuff! The clans unite! We are relentless! Attack the Orcs! What? Stay defend!
Well, one can't accuse AI of being smart.
Casting the runes.
It would actually hurt me a lot more.
It is an order. Quarrelers! Vengeance! Put those dwarven legs! Ranged firepower ready! Dwarves! Ready axes! Go! Let the vengeance begin! Grumney's well! Strike the runes!
Alright, there's Quake.
Ironbrow! Master of runecraft! Shah! For the High King! Move off! Sharpish! Let the vengeance begin! Attack! Quarreling!
Alright, moving on. There he is. Start shooting, boys. Start shooting with all you got. He's dead. Good. Good. Okay, more of them are going down. Okay, when slaves. Well, more of them are coming. I keep moving up. Now we keep shooting. What a battle, though. Extensive, but not quite frustrating as you might think. How a siege should be. Actually fighting inside the city without it being a complete fucking death trap. Yeah, that's fun. I can actually enjoy the battle layouts now. Okay, that's it. Good. Really good. Quick is dead. Again. No, or rather, he's dead. Sorry.
I shall walk stone. Thorek Ironbrow for the Iron Peak. Run Riki. And ready. It's as good as done.
As long as this serves.
Keep your head bowed.
At last, a part of Thungni's tongues is ours once more.
Alright, they forced her out of there. Well, that's suiting my purposes just fine. Ah, maybe I should wipe out Manfred. That will work. Give his element either to Volkmar or Cetra. The last defenders are not gonna field an army really against me anytime soon. But it is worth saying that I'm only really able to maintain 1 stack of troops right now, which is give it to the Loyalist clan, buff it up a bit. So how bad is the situation here?
No, blame you. Foolish thing, no.
Alright, so if he tries...
If you want something done right,
Damn it.
North, seeking knowledge.
Well, that's great. Really freaking grand.
Anger burns bright.
Okay.
Vengeful rude lord. Come off.
Dwarfs.
Lord of...
King great. Well, I'll go save Karag Orund. Well, certainly Manfred is gonna end up being an issue. It's better than losing Karagorund to a bunch of Savage Orcs. Of course, I did declare war on them because, well, I wanted that artifact power. If there's anything more that needs to be changed for him, it's, yeah, that particular aspect. Let's see if siege-wise we can auto-resolve this. Maybe. No. It is a bit much, right? Okay. Yeah, pick that up. Improve the economy even further.
March.
There's a few Skaven, really.
Scores to settle.
It might be.
Marvel at my pyramid. Know that you will.
Master of rune
Okay.
craft. Casting the runes.
Zoggoth.
Have at.
Well, okay. So, this is how a Dwarven campaign can look, anyway, if you're not constantly being weighed down by grudges and all those other issues. And so, it is fun, don't get me wrong, and I would love to do it longer, but I do have certain things I need to do in real life right now, as well. I will continue this playthrough. I do want to get far, and you know what? I actually had a lot of fun in this. Yeah, that was genuinely fun. I enjoyed this because I like the dwarves. I actually really do like their playstyle. It just by playstyle, I don't mean the broken shit here, the horrible grudge, the horrible public order. You know, take all of that away, and it's like, yeah, it's been a pretty good road, all things considered. But yeah, Cosine signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, enable notifications, and I'll see you boys next time.